Check 1 2 1 2. Once again, welcome to the world famous Baller Mix Show. This is the infamous DJ Reminisce. I got my man DJ Safirical. How's it going, brother?
Hey, good, my bro. Real good tonight. It's a great night.
Mate, it's been a while since I've seen you out and DJing and stuff like that. Where have you been hiding all these days?
Oh man, I've been staying in Otara nowadays. I've been there the last sort of 10 years or so. So it's been good over there, just chilling over there and doing a few gigs over there at 1981. And now I'm representing at JD's Bar in Manukau. So everyone can come down to JD's Bar if they want to see a cut. Any Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'll be there tearing it up.
I remember back in the days, yeah, you were known to have a few different. Pretty mean scratcher. There's a few guys I've seen on Facebook today, like Will K, DJ Will K, William Mukapa, and a couple of other guys. I think DJ L1. Yeah, a couple of dudes from our GI always say you're the man out there.
Oh,
yeah, wants to tell us a few stories about you and GI and stuff.
And there's too much to say that, man. Thanks guys for any props, and yeah, we just try and keep it soulful, like, yeah, just whatever you feel like picking a guitar or whatever from back in the day. We just picked up the guitar at a young age and jammed on it, and the turntables was our guitar, so we just kept with it and always got bored with just mixing. So as we all did, we always just scratched heaps and got bored with the cuts, so we always try and find some new ones out there and just make up our own from what we already knew and just keep creating on top of creating. So yeah, it's just like guitarists, I guess. Props to all the guys who play instruments out there. Like, we try to use it like an instrument, so that's where it all comes from. It's just from the heart. So yeah, thanks for that, guys. Thanks to Alwyn and Will K and all the boys in GI and all the boys who I grew up with. Taipu Honui for the name DJ Safirical back in the day. So he's a DJ that jams with Damn Native in there.
Can you tell us the story about DJ Safirical? How did you come up with the name, and what does the name actually mean?
Yeah, Safirical means from all angles, because I used to try and just scratch with a bit of everything, like a bit on the channels, a bit on the fader, bit with the turntable turned off and stuff. Try and use everything that was on there, so as much as we could for comps and that, to get extra points in that. Not that I entered many comps, because I sort of got nervous when it came to comps and that, but yeah, it was all about, my name just came from, I used to kick it with this guy Taipu back in the day. He used to rap for me a bit and that, and we used to just go hard in a place in town, and had a whole group of guys with drum kits and all that, and just used to jam hard, and he was working with contact lenses and that, and he came up with this name. He's like, man, Safirical. He's like, man, that'll be an awesome name for it. And I was like, man, I want that name for my DJ name. And he was like, man, that's you, man. So I was like, props to Taipu Honui out there from back in the day. Levert was his other name. So yeah, if anyone knows him, shout out.
And speaking about back in the day, you've been DJing for a while. Like, when did you actually start DJing, and how did you get into DJing?
Probably way back when I was about like 13. I heard that song Paid in Full from Eric B. and Rakim, and I wanted to see how that guy did the scratch at the end of the thing. And so from there I just started finding my bro's records and that, and putting them on, and sort of like I heard how P Money started once, because he was pushing the phono button, and I did the same sort of thing, pressed the phono button and made it cut it.
I think everyone used to do that. Yeah. They used to use it for like a transform sort of button.
Like a few needles, and then I won't do that anymore, so I saved up and try and get some turntables and that. So yeah.
What was your first DJ setup? Like, what'd you start off with?
Oh, a couple of Akai turntables. They were spray painted fluorescent green, because I don't know, they're probably jacked or something. I just got them from through the hood and just bought them cheap. And
did they have serial numbers in there? Or?
Yeah, no.
You had to pay the guy off.
Scratched off thing, man. But yeah, man, it was pretty good though. Like, they had the turning pitch control, one for 33, one for 45. And
were they direct drive or were they belt drive?
No, I think they were belt drive, but what I did was I cut the belt and I tightened it and super glued it, so when you hit the stop button it'd go pew, like the 12s.
How did it sound?
Took off, just like how the same stop sound that we get now. So yeah.
I'm just looking at the chat, live chat going on. Shout outs to everyone out there who's tuned in. There seems like there's a lot of guys, a lot of old school DJs that are watching the show, and they actually know you from back in the days.
Props to all of them. Props to all the DJs out there, man. One love to all the DJs, man. Especially if you're at home just jamming and doing it because you love to jam, then, man, you are the baddest DJs. I know you guys keep it underground. That's the real. And
what's your, describe DJ Safirical in 3 words, man? Describe your style in 3 words.
I love jamming.
The man. We've had some real random ones, but yeah, I love jamming. It's nice and simple. And is there any sort of DJs you kind of looked up to on the way up, like local and international?
yeah, definitely. I mean, the international ones I'd have to definitely say is DJ Babu and probably just all of the Q-Berts crew that we've always seen like doing scratches everywhere. But definitely Babu was a major influence, and also just a big shout out to probably back in the day there's this guy in Glendale called Chris Alavaka named Tender C. He was the meanest DJ I knew when it came to scratching. Just held the mean chirp, double ups, anything back in the day. He was like the man. He was DJing for I think Semi MCs. He was a real badass DJ. I think he's gone done his Mormon route, but he's the man. So mad shot to him. Used to hear his mixtapes back in the day. Him and his mate Pa used to DJ at Selwyn College and that and tear it up, man. Those guys were a mad influence on me, like hearing all those tapes, all the hell of a My Girl mixtapes and that. Man, they were badass. And yeah, really.
Yeah. Speaking of Chris Alavaka, he used to be probably one of the best DJs back then. He used to be like one of the main DJs. Him and I remember Jimmy Fingers, like they used to call him Jimmy the Baddest back then.
Oh, yeah.
And then they had Sub-Zero, like
Yeah,
they were,
Sub-Zero
you know, that's Nigel, like they were all in that era. Emmanuel Bundy. So a bit of history going on right now.
Because I used to go up to the box and just have a jam at the box, and we used to line up, and there'd be like me, CXL, Manchu, heaps of us all line up for a jam up there and have a scratch together at the box with Shay Fu, and we used to have Fatmosphere. And
that was that Core Celeb? Then the box they used to call it Core Celeb or something.
oh, yeah, it was the realness night. But
Oh yeah, the realness. Yes, that's when they used to have open mic freestyles.
there was. There's no real market for that now. I think when they do that, probably not having fights and stuff, so they don't really do it as much as these days as like back then. But
Yeah, I remember Shay Fu used to host as the MC, and they used to have Fatmospheric, and they used to DJ. CXL used to DJ there as well on the cut. So the box back in the days on High Street downstairs was the place.
yeah, that was awesome, man. And even all the comps we used to enter in, like we used to go in R&B comps and just try those ones out, Papatoe around the ways. But yeah, not much luck with the scratching DJs with the comps of the mixing type. But nowadays it's more out there, all the cuts and that, people into it. So
And I noticed your cuts pretty mean scratcher, bro. The thing I like about your cuts is nice and clean. You know, how did you come up with your style of scratching and stuff like that? You know.
Basically, I used to jam all the time, like every day. Now I don't scratch 24/7, so now I sort of like let it build up. You get what you call a spark inside you, and when you've heard a really mad beat, it just makes you want to cut. And there's sort of some beats out there that just you have to scratch to it when you hear it right then, and so those are the beats I try and get to sort of motivate me to keep going. But now there's not as many DJs out there just dropping instros and scratching, so it'll be good to bring that back out because it motivates all us guys to keep going harder when we see someone else going harder. So
So you pretty much grew up around GI, is that right?
yeah, that's right. Around Glen Innes area. So I want to give big shout out to my mum who passed 2010. So just this is all for my mum and my missus Malama Leilua and Otara there, and just all the Leilua family in Otara as well, and just all the peeps that I do know from back in the day in GI. Mad shout out to all them for even still remembering me and my scratches or whatever back in the day.
So what street did you live on in GI? Because
Wimbledon Crest in GI. Yeah.
Because I knew a few dudes down at Mad Ave.
Oh yeah, Madeline Ave. That was where Chris Alavaka lived, around those areas in East.
Was that like the Otara of East Auckland?
Otara, man, you don't go down there, you get jumped, especially being a white boy, lose your hat or something, man. You'd be running through there. But nah, I sort of knew all those guys, so it was all good. I always know someone big to sort of have your back, so it's all good.
And bro, a lot of people want to know what nationality are you?
I'm Pākehā, and it's made up of just Spanish, English, and Irish. So it's just a bit of mixed up breed there, but basically just New Zealander, New Zealand born. So.
Hey, it sounds like you got a Māori accent in there. You sure you got half Māori in there?
Nah. All my in-laws are all Samoan. So yeah.
So you grew up around a lot of islanders and stuff?
Yeah, basically a lot of Tongans, Samoans, and Māoris. Yeah, like I actually only have, I think. I've only got one white mate at the moment, so yeah, I don't really have a hell of a lot of white mates. It's not by choice, like I'd love to have heaps of white mates, but just yeah, with the hip hop thing is this and DJing sort of, and with the club life too, like I normally just end up hooking up with all the other DJs and that and just hanging out.
So so you're DJing at JD's bar at the moment, and yeah, just a lot of people just been asking me just where have you been the last few years, like they also reminded me that you used to work at Mainline Music in Green Lane?
Yeah, that's right. I used to do DJ lessons and sell turntables at Mainline Music in Green Lane for a few years there, and then after that I went down to Wellington and I met DJ Raw and the crew down there and just jammed with them for a little bit, and then after a year in Wellington it was way too windy and couldn't do nothing without the wind blowing everything, so I just came back up here and just been chilling up here for a few years, and then with everything being so quiet on the work front, I was like, oh man, I've got to go back and just go back to DJing, because that's where my heart was, and it seems real easy to just make money doing what you love doing. So I'm just going to flow with that now and keep with it.
There's a few guys that hit me up on Facebook, and they actually said that you're teaching like scratching and DJing in the mainline. Want to tell us something about that?
Yeah, I used to give lessons, like just $50 an hour lessons back in the day at Mainline Music, and we used to have a whole heap of DJs that would come up on Saturday and they'd just get free tips and advice, so they wouldn't have to pay for lessons. But at the same time, if they wanted to book in a lesson back then I'd say, oh, you can leave some cash and I'll give you a lesson. But it wouldn't be an hour lesson, it'd be more like if they didn't learn what I was trying to teach them within an hour, it could take 3 hours, I'd just go for 3 hours and make sure they learned what they needed to learn right then. So I stopped doing it because some of the stuff that I was sort of teaching was sort of stuff that took me up to 5 to 10 years to learn how to do. So I sort of held back a little bit, because I thought, oh no, these guys, if they're really devoted, they've got to get a little bit and then practice up to that level, not get taught right up to the level where they're sort of doing mad flares and all that stuff. They sort of got to figure that out for themselves.
So what's some of your favorite scratches?
I don't really know the names for scratches, but I like just doing heaps of fast sort of I do a lot of crabs in between flares, and I try and combo it. I think I'm one of the DJs that sort of transforms and scratches with one hand, someone told me once, and I never knew that until they actually pointed that out to me. They said, oh, I know where your scratching sounds a bit different, it's because you transform and cut, whereas I didn't know a lot of DJs just sort of scratch at the beginning of the beat. I try and scratch all throughout it, so I find each syllable of it and try and make something up with it if I can. I like word plays. If I have like 3-4 words, I can do a lot for a group or something, but I haven't had many groups to jam with. But like, I'd be good for word plays for a group out there. If you're looking for a mean DJ, hook us up.
Sweet. And what do you got planned from you tonight, bro? What are you gonna hear from you for the rest of the show?
I was probably just gonna drop bit more intro, have a little scratch, maybe just a couple more sort of a couple of R&B tracks and a little bit more hip hop tracks, and then probably just finish up with another cut and a beat juggle and then call it.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Just a big shout out to all the crew at JD Sports Bar, especially Johnny and Brownie, and all the crew on the bar, like Stu, Tony, Pete, all my boys down there at JD Sports Bar. One love, Tara, all of yous, man. God bless you all, and I'll see you when I get back to the club tomorrow.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to the world famous Board Up Mix Show. Listen to my man, DJ Spherical. Check it out. P.S. If you don't want any Katy Perry ads, watch my the Ustream on my DJ Reminisce app. There's no ads on there. DJ Spherical, ladies and gentlemen. Yo.
some good weed. I need it on me, oh, so bad. That last bag was the best weed I ever had. Bass, so deep, I can't even seem to feel my feet. Girls, so fine, I can't help it, got to make this one mine. I hit them with my gangsta-lean. They can't separate my music from me. Music and me. Music and me. Music and me. Music. My music and me. Time must change, but the music, it remains the same. I hit them with the music from the slaves. Oh my goodness, what my ancestors gave. I don't want you to think I don't know. They taught me how to reach deep down and touch the soul. Without my music, where would I be? You taught me how to cry and still remain a G. You keep a lot of soldiers at ease, and together the next level we'll see. My music and me, and me, music and me. And me go together, perfect harmony. Soft and mellow, oh so hard to make your speakers explode. Stay with me, and together we will live out this dream. My music and me, music and me. And me, music and me, music and me, my music and me.
Raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all when the sun comes shining through to make those rainbows in my mind. When I think of you sometime, and I want to spend some time with you, just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky, just the two of us, you and I. We look for love, no time for tears. Wasted water's all that is, and it don't make those flowers grow. Good things might come to those who wait, but not for those who wait too late. We gotta go for all we know. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building them castles in the sky, just the two of us. You and I.
question of time. I knew we'd be together and that you'd be mine. I want you here forever. Do you hear what I'm saying? Gotta say how I feel. I can't believe you here, but I know that you're real. I know what I want, and baby, it's you. Can't deny my feelings, 'cause I know they are true. Yeah, dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you got to have home. You know you got to be strong. Dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you got to have home. You know you got to be strong. I've seen you sometimes on your own and in crowds. I knew I had to have you. My holes had let me down. Now you're by my side, and I feel so good. I'm nothing to hide. Don't feel that I ever could. Do you hear what I'm saying? Gotta say how I feel. I can't believe you're here, but I know that you're real. I know what I want, and baby, it's you. Getting on my feelings because they got you. Dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you got to have home. You know you got to be strong. Dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you got to have home. You know you got to be strong. Dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you got to have home. You know you got to be strong.
Let's go. I just want you to know if you can feel it rock back and forth. We so sincere with it. We just want you to know if you can feel it rock back and forth. Let's go. I just want you to know if you can feel it rock back and forth. We so sincere with it. We just want you to know if you can feel it rock back and forth.
Hey girl, let's go have some drink. Apple martinis, cosmopolitans, pina coladas. I got a lot of dollars. Hey girl, let's go have some drink. Apple martinis, cosmopolitans, pina coladas. I got a lot of dollars. You just got off of work, got on your business skirts and your high heels. Go home and change your clothes. I'll meet you at the door. Excuse me, miss, but don't you wanna go? Hey girl, let's go have some drink. Apple martinis, cosmopolitans, pina coladas. I got a lot of dollars. Hey girl, let's go have some drink. Apple martinis, cosmopolitans, pina coladas. I got a lot of dollars. Put on my slip and slides, 'cause we're stepping out tonight. You're so grown, girl. You so grown. And this one's a classic, shout it. Reach out and grab somebody. Excuse me, miss, but I just have to know. Hey girl, let's go have some drink. Apple martinis, cosmopolitans, pina coladas. I got a lot of dollars. Hey girl, let's go have some drink. Apple martinis, cosmopolitans, pina coladas. I got a lot of dollars. Ladies, it's good to see you laughing. Love is in the air, you all look smashing. Silhouettes in every shape, form, and fashion. Like what's happening, just asking for some action. So since we acting, we'll do a lap then. Or raise your glasses and shake your fist. Here's for the good times. Tonight is kind of special. Now holla at me if I can help you. They call me Feezy. I got a bunch of breezes, and when they come around, they never wanna leave me. See, I'm the type of fella, ice in every letter. Here's a toast to your girl, get to know me better. Now since the hour's happy, go on and Pontiac me. Certified playboy, known for acting badly. And since I'm feeling cashy, double up your daiquiri. You're looking tipsy, girl. Come spend the night with Jazzy. Hey girl, let's go have some drink. Apple martinis, cosmopolitans, pina coladas. I got a lot of dollars. Hey girl, let's go have some drink. Apple martinis, cosmopolitans, pina coladas. I got a lot of dollars. put your into it.
You can do it, put your back into it.
I can do it, put your into it.
Put your back into it.
Put your into it. Tick, tick, boom, hear me banging down these back streets. Loving Black Street, treated like an athlete. Life ain't a track meet. It's a marathon cemetery that a nigga gets buried on. We be coming to the day we die. Ask the bartender if you think we lie. But if you think we hot, you can think again. Cause when it's sink or swim, you got to think to win. And if I drink this in, everybody will know it. Cause I ain't going for it. So pray to the Lord that I don't pull out. Cuss out and bust out. Go to crowd. Make the trigger shout. You can try to smoke an ounce to this. Well, I pronounce this. Baby, bounce them. Mama, move them hips. Baby, shake them cheeks. I got but they you got for we.
Don't stop, get it.
That's real.
Don't stop, get it.
I will. I'm gon' do it. Gon' do it. Gon' do it. Do it. Do it.
You can do it, put your back into it.
Come on. I can do it. Put your into it. Come on.
You can do it, put your back into it.
Come on. I can do it. Put your into it.
Put your back into it.
Put your into it. Now all I wanna do is have fun with my loved ones. Loved ones, relatives, and my cousins. And I got them by the dozens. When they buzz on, quick to say, for husband. This is for my locked away. Extra love for the ones who ain't got no date. But when we get checkmate with Ice Cube the Great, as soon as I get a word, we can rush the safe. Some license plates because life is great. It don't matter if you rich and your folks ain't straight. I'm still coming with that underground gangster shit. No matter how many say we ain't this.
Don't stop, get it.
That's real.
Don't stop, hit it.
I will. I'm gon' do it. Gon' do it. Gon' do it. Do it. Do it.
You can do it, put your back into it.
I can do it. Put your into it.
You can do it, put your back into it.
I can do it. Put your into it.
Put your back into it.
Put your into it.
Ain't no crime, only way I'm getting mine. It ain't no crime, it ain't no crime. It ain't no crime, only way I'm getting mine. It ain't no crime, it ain't no crime. Don't tell me what I'm not just because I love it. Fight gets hot. I get what I get and I got what I got. But thinking fast, right here on the spot. I'm spontaneous, put out in my radius. You got a girl by my table for you this. Watch which way she'll sway, and I bet she's gonna say, "Ow, boss gay." So don't pause, panic, I get picky. I'm talking long run, not a quickie. Now take your moon and getting with the dap up. The rapper got no choice but to tap up. Now we all come down a suckle. I remain like a freckle, transform like Jackal. I'm being bad Joe, making mad dough, pulling on snow. I in a Volvo, a boss gaze imperial. Others wanna be smooth, but can't find my material. Understand I'm good with mine, and when you realize that everything will be fine. It ain't no crime on the way I'm getting mine. It ain't no crime, it ain't no crime, it ain't no crime on the way I'm getting mine. It ain't no crime, it ain't no crime. On the night shift, a lot of ladies were offended, but being offended wasn't what I intended. Paz K raps on what's real, rapping on what's real. Gives me that street feel. I in a rubber when the station in the city, I can't have the new out without the ditty. I got the skills to pay down, and if you got beef, I suggest you better raise those. But tell me, can you take it? You have better luck up once you jumping foot naked. I'm getting rootin' 52 cities and hanging hard. I see here, I like your grandmoms. Ain't no crime, only way I'm getting mine. It ain't no crime, it ain't no crime, it ain't no crime, only way I'm getting mine. It ain't no crime, it ain't no crime. Honey's in my face just like a boy, like a brother. Slow down, and don't you play yourself, sugar. I don't like girls who act like such. Talking about take me out to dinner, but I never going Dutch. Then I'm thinking realize that it's sometimes sure I got, and you can get the thumbs up. That's why she calls me your baby hot. Cause when I make love, I make her squeal and she squirms a lot. So don't nasty, you has it. Baby, don't put none of that past me. Cause I'm the man with the power. Being flowers a minute, well, a minute, looking out. I don't do like I say so. You get eating like a dish cold rapper out. Come out, and the quickness you're getting smart. You do so much, it's more than blink, and you can die in the car. I hear them talking, but I don't know what them thinking. I hear them talking, but I don't know what them thinking. This ain't a song about me being fly. It's a song about me, myself, and I. You know this, I persist. I refuse to get jammed. My people try to play a fan. Every song that I make slam. Like I've been giving down to Michael Bivins. What I'm saying is, everybody gotta make a living. Come on. Ain't no crime on
goodbye. Now I'm back and not ashamed to cry. Ooh, baby, here I am, I'm still delivered, I'm yours. Here I am, baby. Oh, you got the future in your hand. Here I am, baby. You got the future in your hand. I've done a lot of foolish things that I really didn't mean. Didn't I? Oh, baby. Seen a lot of things in this old world. When I touch them, there'll be nothing, girl. Ooh, baby, here I am. I'm still delivered. I'm yours. I'm yours. Ooh, we think you set my soul on fire. That's why I know you're my only desire. Ooh, baby, here I am. I'm still delivered. I'm yours. Here I am, baby. Whoa, you got the future in your hand, baby. Here I am, baby. You got the future in your hand, baby. Yeah, I've done a lot of foolish things that I really didn't mean. I can be a broken man, but here I am. With the future, got the future, baby. Here I am, baby. Here I am, baby. Yeah. I know it's good. Oh, baby, here I am, baby.
Have you ever met a girl that you tried to date, but a year to make love she wanted you to wait? Let me tell you a story of my situation. I was talking to this girl from the US nation. The way that I met her was on tour at a concert. She had long hair and a short miniskirt. I just got on stage dripping, pouring with sweat. I was walking through the crowd, and guess who I met? I whispered in her ear, come to the picture booth so I can ask you some questions to see if you're 100 proof. I asked her her name, she said blah blah blah. She had 9, 10 pants and a very big bra. I took a couple of flicks and she was enthused. I said, how do you like the show? She said I was very amused. I started throwing bass, she started throwing back mid-range. But when I sprung the question, she acted kinda strange. Because when I asked, do you have a man? She tried to pretend. She said, no I don't, I only have a friend. Come on, I'm not even going for it. This is what I'm going to sing.
You got what I need, but you say he just a friend, and you say he just a friend. Oh baby, you got what I need, but you say he just a friend, but you say he just a friend. Oh baby.
My baby, baby, check it out, yeah, make it small, check it out, yeah, make it small, check it out, yeah, make it small, baby, throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. To the honeys, get the money, play the fellas like honeys. You gotta come up in the waist, don't shoot up the place. Cause I see some ladies tonight that should be having my baby. Baby, all the ladies in the place, style and grace, allow me to lace lyricals and just a push. All the ladies in the place, style and grace, allow me to lace lyricals and just a push. Rock moves and make moves with all the mommies. The back of the club, sipping on all the ladies in the place, style and grace, allow me to lace lyricals and just a push. Rock moves and make moves with all the mommies. The back of the club, sipping on niggas make it fun. The back of the club, macking for all my crews behind me. Mad question asking, I'm passing, music lasting. My records just can't quit because one of these homies Biggie got to creep with, sleep with, keep the F a secret. Why not? Why blow up my spot? Cause we both got hot. Now check it. I got my Mac. I got my Mac with Craigin in the bed. I got my Mac with Craigin in the bed. Believe me, sweetie, I got enough to feed the need. No need to be greedy. I got mad friends with Benzes, see no five players, shoot 'em like players. Jump in the Rover and come over, tell your friends jump in the GF3. I got the number by the tree. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. To the homies getting money, playing fellas like homies. You gotta come up in your waist, please don't shoot up the place. Cause I see some ladies tonight that should be having my baby. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. Straight up, honey, really, I'm asking. Most of these fellas think they be macking, but they be acting. Who they attracting with that line? What's your name? What's your sign? Soon as he buy that wine, I just creep up from behind and ask you what your interests are. Who you be with? Things that make you smile. What numbers to dial? You gon' be here for a while. I'm gon' call my crew. You gon' call your crew. We can rendezvous at the bar around 2. Plans to leave. Throw the keys to little C's. Pull the truck up front and roll up the next one so we can steam on the way to the telly. Go fill my belly. A T-bone steak, cheese, eggs, and watch us break. Conversate for a few, cause in a few we gon' do what we came to do. Ain't that right, boo? Forget the telly, we just go to the crib and watch a movie in the jacuzzi. Smoke L's while we do. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. To the homies getting money, trying dollars like homies. You gotta come up in your waist, please don't shoot up the place. Cause I see some ladies tonight that should be having my baby. The mansion and Benz is giving ends to my friends and it feels stupendous. Tremendous scream, a dollar and a dream. Still tote get strapped with infrared beams. Chopping old, smoking line optimals. Money, water, clothes, all the buffaloes. A fool's pleasure, whatever. I had to find the buried treasure, so grams I had to measure. However, looking better now, Gucci sweater now. Drop top M's, I'm the man, friend. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. To the homies getting money, playing dollars like homies. You gotta come up in your waist, please don't shoot up the place. Cause I see some ladies tonight that should be having my baby. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player.
Tell them the windows ought to be raised.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Stand there, bro. You keep drifting that way, you're out of the camera. Check 1 2 once again. Welcome to the world famous Ball Up Mix Show. This is your famous DJ Reminisce. My man DJ Superical, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, brother?
Hey man, how's it going, man? Good night.
How you feeling, man? You feeling all itchy, mate? Itchy seal scratching guy, or what?
Yeah. Seems to be. It all sort of flies out of your head when you got people watching you. But some of them came back, so yeah, I gave them a bit of sparks here and there. Hopefully.
Don't worry about those guys in the chat. They're all playing up.
They're enjoying themselves.
Shout outs to everyone that's tuned in. So far I can see DJ Chucky. What's up, brother? Darian 36. Shout outs to Technics, DJ Johnny Cage, and yeah, everybody out there. What's up? If you guys just tuned in, give yourself an uppercut. The man DJ Spherical, nice in the cut. A few juggles here and there. What's some of your favorite? You prefer juggling, scratching? What's your expertise, mate?
I like all the old school beats for like juggling and scratching, like the Premier beats and pretty much like DITC. Anything that you can find like heaps of instrumentals of, like, because a lot of stuff doesn't even come out as instrumentals these days, so you have to loop something or something. So to find the original vinyl instrumental is always a bonus. So I look for things like that even online. If I can't buy it, then I'll try and find it like at a blog or somewhere and get the right old stuff. Like from the 90s mostly, the early 90s right up until sort of 96, 97. Those beats really had a lot of clap to them and a lot of bass in the beat. That sounds really good to double up and do beat juggles and that with.
And bro, so you're DJing at JD's. Is there any sort of residencies or any old clubs that you used to jam in back in the days?
No, I just used to enter the comps that were around just to try and win turntables and that. I used to just jam at the box and have a free jam up there.
What's some of those comps like win turntables? Can you tell us a bit more about those comps?
Oh, there was the back of the day ones, the Papatoy ones. I think even some of them were against you, bro, and a couple of the guys. I think the bro took it out one time there, so yeah, it was all good. But there's heaps of comps around. Back in the day, we used to have turntables up for grabs, and they'll just go by like how many people dance or whatever for that crew and that. So like it was, unless you got like a big following, then it's hard to sort of win those comps. Even if you like put down heaps of cuts and that, like people were just into like the whatever makes them dance. So it was more dance tracks. Whereas I'm more up now on my dance tracks. I know what people dance to now. So bit of a learning experience for the turntablists to learn the club sounds, because once you can convert the skills of scratching and that into the R&B and hip hop that you hear in the clubs as well, then it really blows up well. So it works out good together. It leans well. So
yeah, that was pretty cool. Like first prize pair of turntables for the DJ comps. I think I won like 4 of them. That's right, I won 4 of those comps, all turntables, mate. So I got 10.
There's a lot of turntables, man. We could start an octagon one day or something. But
yeah, I've got an octagon. Did you see the show last week? We had CXL Manchu.
I didn't even see the octagon, man. I try not to watch any previous shows because I didn't want anything like entering my head too much. Just do my own thing on here. Just keep it to what I sort of already had planned and not alter anything. So yeah, try and stick to that. Bit of old school, bit of hip hop, and bit of new stuff. Well, not too much new stuff, because anywhere you go these days, you can hear moves like Jagger, but you don't hear many people playing Full Clip by Gangster and all that these days. So try and play a bit of old school for them.
Nice. So what are we going to hear from you for the next half an hour, bro?
Probably just a bit more beat juggling and a bit more scratching, and then probably just drop a couple of tracks and then mellow out again, maybe with another cut just to finish off. Yeah, just a shout out again to all the family in Otara there, the Leiluas, and shout out to my bro Pete at JD's Bar as well, if I missed your name there before, bro. And mad props to my boy Johnny and Brownie at JD's Bar. And yeah, anyone else at JD's Bar right now, thanks for tuning in and listening to us.
Sorry, I don't want to be rude, but where is JD's Bar? I'm from west, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. If you just jump off the motorway in Manukau, we're pretty much in the main centre there, just right next to the Liquor King. So if you can find the Liquor King in the middle of Manukau there, right next to the Wendy's, there's a Wendy's and a Liquor King and JD's Bar right there, the sports bar. We've got a disco light in it now, because we didn't really have disco lights and all that, so we're sort of just slowly upping everything to get it like a proper party zone. But yeah, it's good to come down and just chill out and hear any tracks. So if you want any requests, I'll try and play it if I've got it. Especially the old school stuff, because they love the old school down there, like all that Lady Soul sort of old school stuff.
Yeah, because I think the last residency Oh, actually, one of the residencies I had back in the days, I used to play at Club 7. And it was dead, man. I started DJing there, and then Fast Eddie and them came on after me. Do you remember that club, Club 7?
Yeah, I have heard of that club. Yeah, I didn't go there, but yeah, I had heard of it.
Yeah, and
to work there, my mate that works at JD's Bar now, so yeah.
nice. And bro, you want to say any quick shout outs? Any guys out there?
Yeah, just all the family, and also big shout out to my bro Reminisce for having me on the show here, and also big shout out to all my old DJ mates, DJ CXL, Manchu, all the boys out there, Fatmosphere, all the guys that know me, Shay for always being a good mate, and even Bill Capisi, wherever you at, what's up to you too, bro, and just anyone who I may have missed, I'm sorry, it's just hard to think of all the names when you're sort of right there on the spot, but yeah, one love to all the family and friends out there, and anyone I missed, yeah, sorry again, but yeah, just gonna jam it up for you and try and give us a good last half an hour, mean scratch and tear it up.
I think everyone wants to just see you rip it up, bro. They've seen you play music.
One more shout out, bro. Just gotta give a big shout out to DJ Spence and DJ Rizzo for giving me their gigs last year around Christmas time. Man, if this leads to any gigs this year from you guys, man, all good. One love. Thanks again, guys. Too much.
So we're gonna hear some scratching and juggling and everything for straight half an hour. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is my man DJ Spherical. Check him out. It's gonna be cutting and ripping it up hard. Does anybody know? Love you.
It's the mad magician with the ill deposition. No repetition, holding down Bronx traditions. My composition, simply squash the competition. Step up and get beat into a submission. Cause this musician with the street intuition. 735, fuel injected transmission. My opposition will have to recognize my steeds. Exotic trees, leave a trail of scuffed up knees. So please, you couldn't touch this cat with a stick. Quick to inflict tricks, blaze up in the flick, son, I'm sick. And you can put that on my mama. Exclamation point, quotation, comma. Lay up on the beaches when I'm down in the Bahamas. The skills go back to
to the days of Wonderama. So pass the scammer. Son, it's time to get this money so we can relax and recline where it's sunny.
I went from standing on the corner selling cocaine to ripping shows live on stage for hoes yelling my name. To be precise, ripping mics is the light of my life. You frontin' like you trifle, never pulled the heist in your life. The price of my ice is sky high. I'm a fly guy, that's every thug's dream. I really love dream, it's in my bloodstream. You mad cause I got more chicks than you, more bricks than you, more nines and extra clips than you. Where I live, it ain't a nice town. You can't walk around ice down. Some clown probably getting stuck right now. Peace to DITC, showing AG, Fat JOE, Diamond D, Law finessing me. I'm from the East Coast, this is how we roll in New York. A bunch of rowdy niggas holding the fort. Jacking creeps, packing heat, these Harlem streets is for keeps. Much love to all my peeps who got couple sheets.
Yo, most these rap cats don't know where it started, where it came from. We've been repping this shit since day one. Digging in the greats originators. Why niggas playing haters? Knowing damn well they can't
better take me out quick, cause I'm accurate when I bust mine and make it count like Jordan at crunch time. Just in case I play Fishburne and double up on nines. You could never make it rain or stop my sunshine. So I keep eyes on these chumps the whole time. Take note of your technique like we scheme on dimes. Disregard your crew, fuck your heart. Put a slug in me, it'll be marriage till death do us part. Until then, master this art and kill them. With the pen is dramatic, automatics I commit sins. Hold my head, but when I've had it I test chins. If that ain't real and feel the stainless steel, bang them and hang them like they did our relatives. Thought he was the best on the mic that ever lived? Negative, woo diggity. If you're with me, then say word. Let's get twisted like bottle caps and create like Spielberg.
Check the referral, man, my whole squad's thorough. We worldwide, niggas just nice in one borough. We all gleam, plus we fiend for more cream. You got some nice players, they just on the wrong team. Nah, I mean, as the world turns to who it concern, we'll set you straight like a perm. Rap apostle, lyrical type of Picasso, kinda hostile, nothing less than colossal. You dig me like fossils, be the cat with the groovy soul. A lot of rappers out here acting with no movie roles. You know the deal, I represent skills and niggas with big grills that live to make a meal on a real. That's my motto, too hard to follow. Will die in sorrow before I'm going out like bravado. Hard to hit like Lotto, underworld role models. DITC, we beat them cats of tomorrow.
Most these rap cats don't know where it started, where it came from. We've been repping this shit since day one. Digging in the crates originators. Why niggas playing haters? Knowing damn well they can't fade us.
For DITC, niggas stink like feces. Coming against raw dogs, you lost the way I assimilate rhyme and rhythmatic timing. On beat, off beat, drug flow. Here we go, assignments handed out. Each individual stand out, carrying his own cloud. Phenomenal Moses a rap. I pose a threat. Foes I put him on the block like a hole in the pen. Lyrical genocide on the witty side. Niggas give me respect, dude. Like the Pope in the synagogue. Who weighing my odds? OC. Far from a fraud. You waste my time, nigga, so I back and broad. Blow your mind ditto with no conscience. I decide the law, motherfucker. I'm Congress. This concludes my repertoire. What I be on? MCs make way for mine to get peed on. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Word is born, you got 6 minutes on that jack, kid, that shit is real.
Yo, check this shit out, man. Hey, yo, go, give me a cigarette. Yo, here you go, here you go. Check it out, man. Check out what I got here, man. What is that? What's that? Yo, it's a letter I got from my man Nas, man. Word is born.
What up, kid? I know shit is rough doing your bid. When the cops came, you should've slid to my crib. Fuck it, black, no time for looking back, it's done. Plus, congratulations, you know you got a son. What up, kid? I know shit is rough doing your bid. When the cops came, you should've slid to my crib. Fuck it, black, no time for looking back, it's done. Plus, congratulations, you know you got a son. I heard he looks like ya. Why don't your lady write ya? Told her she should visit, that's when she got hyper. Flippin', talking about he acts too rough. He didn't listen, he be ripping while I'm telling him stuff. I was like, yeah, shorty don't care. She a snake too. Fuck with niggas from that fake that hate you. But yo, guess who got shot in Dome Beach? Jerome's niece on our way home from Jones Beach's plug. Plus Little Rob was selling drugs on the dime. Hanging out with young thugs that all carry nines. And nighttime is more tripe than ever. What up with Omega? Did you see how y'all together? If so, then hold of town, represent tent pullers. Say what's up to Herb, Ice and Bullet. I left for $100 in your commissary. You was my nigga when push came to shove.
One what?
One love.
One love. One love. One love. One love. One love. One love. One love. One love. One love. One love. One love. One love. One love. One love. One love. One love.
Dear born, you'll be out soon, stay strong. Out in New York, the same shit is going on. The crackhead stalking, loud mouths is talking. Ho, check out the story yesterday when I was walking.
Yeah, this album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from that called the police on me when I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. And all the niggas in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine, hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke? The hard, you never thought the hip hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the world trade. Born sinner, the opposite of a winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? East to Ron G, Brucey B, Kid Capri, Funk Master Flex, Love Bug, Star Ski. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a crib, same number, same hood. It's all good. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Once again, Welcome to the world famous Baller Mix Show. This is the infamous DJ Reminisce. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. Big ups to DJ Chucky, everyone out there that's tuned in tonight. Shout outs to everyone that tuned in for the, enjoyed the, hope you guys enjoyed the set. My man DJ Spherical. Thanks heaps, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for having me tonight. Thanks, peeps, for tuning in. And I'll see you all down JD Sports Bar, Manukau, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Come down, request your scratch.
You get some free advertising for these guys, eh?
If I get my crowd up, I get paid more, so get my crowd up.
So yep, we can catch you at JD's. What nights are you there?
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Sweet. You want to say any last shout-outs?
Just all my family, the Late Lewis and the Stonehams, and just all my DJ mates out there, all you guys, man. I'll see you all at Canteen next week for our scratch thing. Everyone come down there, and that's us. We have another big jam on.
Yep. Sweet, man. I'd like to thank my man DJ Spherical for coming down tonight. That's us for the Boil Up Mix Show. Don't forget, next Monday we have a good friend of mine from Gold Coast, DJ O. He'll be jamming on next Monday, so yep, that's us. Boil Up Mix Show, DJ Reminisce, my man DJ Spherical. Yo.